When most people think of a casino, they picture flashing lights, spinning wheels, and stacks of chips sliding across felt tables. But none of that works without the people standing at the center of it all, the dealers. Dealers are the living interface between the player and the casino, the human element but transforms gambling from a machine into an experience. To understand how modern casinos operate, you have to understand the evolution of the dealer, because the casino floor as we know it simply doesn't function without them. Long before casinos existed, gambling was informal and often chaotic. Card games and dice games were played in homes, taverns, and public squares, with players taking turns dealing or rolling. There was no neutral authority, no fixed house, no standardized rules, and no guarantee of fairness. The role of the dealer as a distinct and trusted figure emerged slowly as gambling spaces became more organized and money changed hands at larger scales. In early European gambling houses, particularly in France and Italy, the need for rule enforcement and trust gave rise to permanent dealers. These individuals weren't just handing out cards, they were responsible for ensuring the game followed agreed-upon rules, settling disputes, and protecting the interests of whoever owned the game. This was the first step towards casinos realizing something critical. Controlling the game meant controlling the person running it. As gambling moved from private salons to public venues, the dealer's role became more formalized. Casinos understood that players were far more likely to wager money when they believed the game was fair, even if it wasn't in their favor. Dealers became symbols of legitimacy. Their presence reassured players that outcomes were determined by rules and chance, not manipulation by other gamblers. This trust was essential for scaling gambling into a business. The turning point came when casinos stopped viewing dealers as simple game facilitators and began treating them as extensions of the house itself. Dealers were trained to follow precise procedures: how to shuffle, how to deal, how to pay bets, and how to handle disputes. Every movement was standardized. This consistency allowed casinos to manage risk, reduce errors, and ensure that the house edge was preserved across thousands of hands and rolls. Different games shaped different types of dealers. Card games like blackjack and poker required speed, accuracy, and mental math. Roulette dealers needed precision and ritual. Craps demanded coordination between multiple dealers working as a team. Over time, these specializations became formal job roles, with dealers trained specifically for certain tables. Casinos quickly learned that a skilled dealer could increase hands per hour, reduce mistakes, and significantly boost profitability. As casinos expanded in the United States, especially after gambling was legalized in Nevada in 1931, dealer trading became institutionalized. Casinos developed internal schools, and later independent dealer schools emerged to meet demand. These programs didn't just teach rules, they taught casino culture, customer interaction, and subtle control of the game environment. A professional dealer wasn't just accurate, they were calm, confident, and consistent. Casinos also discovered that dealers played a critical role in player psychology. A friendly dealer could keep players at the table longer. A smooth dealer could reduce frustration during losing streaks. Even the way a dealer announced outcomes or stacked chips influenced how players perceived wins and losses. Dealers became part of the casino's retention strategy, shaping the emotional experience of gambling as much as the math itself. If this is helping you so far, take a second to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Keep watching, because what's coming up next is a key piece of information that a lot of players miss. The introduction of surveillance and security systems further elevated the dealer's importance. Dealers became the first line of defense against cheating, collusion, and advantage play. They were trained to spot unusual betting patterns, improper hand movements, and violations of table etiquette. While surveillance teams watched from above, dealers controlled the game from the ground level, acting as both hosts and guardians. One of the most misunderstood aspects of dealing is how little discretion dealers actually have. While they may appear to make judgment calls, nearly everything they do is governed by strict procedures. Dealers don't choose winners, adjust odds, or bend rules. Their job is to execute the game exactly as designed. This lack of flexibility protects both the casino and the player, ensuring consistency across every session. As gambling spread globally, the dealer role adapted to cultural expectations. In Europe, dealers often maintained a more reserved, formal demeanor. In Las Vegas, dealers were encouraged to be personable and engaging. In Asia, precision and respect took priority. Despite these differences, the underlying purpose remained the same: maintain game integrity while maximizing efficiency and comfort. The rise of televised poker and casino reality shows briefly pulled back the curtain on dealer life. Audiences saw the intense focus required to manage fast-paced games under constant scrutiny. This visibility highlighted something many players never consider. Dealing is mentally demanding, physically repetitive, and requires constant attention. Casinos rely on this discipline to keep games running smoothly for hours at a time. With the growth of online casinos, many assumed the dealer would disappear. Instead, the opposite happened. Live dealer games brought real dealers into digital spaces, streamed in real time to players around the world. Casinos recognized that players still craved the human element. The dealer's presence added credibility, immersion, and trust, proving that even in a digital age, the human role remained valuable. Behind the scenes, casinos track dealer performance obsessively. Metrics like hands per hour, error rates, and player retention are monitored constantly. Dealers who perform well aren't just good employees, they're assets. This data-driven approach reflects how seriously casinos take the role, viewing dealers as key components of the business model rather than interchangeable staff. Tipping culture further complicates the dealer's position. While dealers are paid by the casino, much of their income can come from players. This dynamic encourages friendliness and professionalism, but also creates emotional labor that often goes unseen. Casinos benefit from this system as it incentivizes high-quality service without increasing base wages. In the end, dealers are more than game operators. They are the embodiment of the casino itself. They enforce rules, shape atmosphere, protect the house, and guide players through games that can be both thrilling and intimidating. Casinos took the simple idea of someone dealing cards and transformed it into a finely tuned profession designed to support profit, trust, and longevity. Every bet placed, every card flipped, and every roll of the dice passes through the dealer first. And while players come and go, strategies change, and games evolve, dealers remain the constant presence at the table, quietly ensuring that the casino never stops running. And that wraps up today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out and tells YouTube this is content worth sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another strategy breakdown, game walkthrough, or insider tip. We've got tons of guides coming your way, and you'll want to be here when they drop.
And hey, tell me in the comments what you want to see next. Whether it's roulette strategies, blackjack tips, slot myths, virtual casino breakdowns, whatever you're curious about, let me know. Your ideas shape what we create.
Before you go, if you're serious about leveling up your casino knowledge, you have to check out the Ultimate Casino Guide. I put everything I've learned into one massive, easy-to-read resource designed to make you a smarter, more confident, more prepared player. If you've ever wondered which games actually give you the best odds, how do pros manage their bankroll so they don't blow it all in an hour, what tricks casinos use, both physical and digital, to influence your decisions, how to avoid the biggest money traps beginners fall into, then the Ultimate Casino Guide will change the way you play forever. It covers psychology, probability, strategy charts, real-world case studies,
VR and online casino risks, loyalty program hacks, literally everything you need to walk into any casino and know exactly what you're doing. The link is right here on the end card. Click it and start transforming the way you play.
Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, play smart, and I'll see you in the next video.